You're listening to Come Curious,
the one about erotic monsters.
Ella, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
How are you
It's so
today?
good to have you on.
I'm really excited to talk about why people want to fuck monsters, so it's a great day.
I am so excited about talking about that as well, because monsters are one of my personal, favorite fantasies. Since I was a teenager, vampire obsessed.
Oh wait, are we still including vampires and monsters? Because I would not have put them in the same category.
Yes.
Fuck,
I will fight to the death for this. They are perhaps one of the most famous monsters.
I feel like they're like an entry point monster as well for a lot of people. You can kind of it feels a little bit more normal to read like a vampire novel and like a sexy vampire novel at that.
Yeah.
Ella, could you tell us a little bit about yourself so our curious fuckers understand why you are so obsessed with monsters fucking?
Yeah, of course. I think we should all be obsessed with monsters fucking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So I'm Ella Gallego. I am the researcher, writer, and founder of the Monstrous Desire Study, which pretty much kicked off in about 2019, in which I did initially a survey asking why are people attracted to monsters, whether it is someone who's a hardcore monster fucker and has, been there since day one and is really just enmeshed within the community, or someone who has had a passing attraction passively to monsters. Anyone take it. And I got over 2,202 respondents, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Telling me all the ways that people want to fuck monsters. And of course, all of this came out from me and a friend having watched The Lighthouse in movie theaters, which features, if people don't know, it's an A24 production about Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe as two wickies living on a very remote, teeny tiny island tending to a lighthouse. And there's so much jizz and so much farts and ginormous mermaid pussies and squelching tentacles. And it was, to me, a movie that is emblematic of monstrosity embodying queer desire and the terror that it kind of it haunts you, it chases you if you are somebody who is closeted or not willing to accept that part of you.
I hadn't watched that film yet, and I was like, because Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson are some of my I really like them
the dream team
as actors, and I hadn't watched it yet because I was like, it looks so bleak, and I don't know if I'm in a place to watch this. I had no fucking idea there was mermaid pussy in that. I would have watched that ages ago.
Huge mermaid pussy. And tons of jism. Just tons.
How did you personally get into all of this? Was there what was your fascination with monsters, and was there a personal kind of what made it interesting for you? Did you used to feel othered, or was it something else?
Yeah, so genuinely the study would not exist without me having watched The Lighthouse.
I see.
Unraveled me. It had a very profound effect that led me down the rabbit hole, and I wanted to know, what is this connection between monstrosity and eroticism? What is it, about this movie specifically? Can I expand this understanding of erotic otherment and understand it within a historical context, within a contemporary context, within a cultural context?
Yeah.
And my first study outside of the movie was looking at demon copulation in Europe during the witchcraft accusation period.
Okay, tell us more. What is demon copulation?
So in Europe, during the witchcraft hysteria accusation period, which is medieval and also beyond that, a lot of these accusations about witchcraft hysteria revolved around people being accused of fucking demons. A large sum of them.
Whoa.
And I'm talking orgies. I'm talking just nasty sex. And so there's this book, and every single podcast and every single interview I talk about this book because it's so amazing. It's called Demon Lovers: The Witchcraft, Sex, and the Crisis of Belief. And
Okay,
Cool.
yes.
this is where all this came from. And the idea was that the church at the time was having a crisis of belief, and to prove the existence of divinity, to prove the existence of metaphysical beings, physicality, sexual, you could gain divine knowledge through sexual encounters. Like what more?
Wow.
How much more proof could you have if you actually tangibly fucked a demon?